Welcome to the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast, episode 56. We have a bit of a different format for today's episode. I am Stephen Rothberg, one of your two co-hosts, and I am the founder of College Recruiter, joined today by my always better second work half. Would that be fair? I'm starting on a really bizarre note, and we'll see how much more bizarre we can get.
Yeah. So I'm Peter Zollman of the AIM Group. We provide business intelligence and consulting and conferences for the job board and recruitment marketplace industry. We've got RecBuzz coming up in a few months. And I was just telling Stephen, registration is better than ever. We have a great lineup of speakers. And that's enough of that plug.
So I have a question. I have a question for you about the conference.
Okay.
Right. April, Barcelona.
Yeah.
Are the registrations and is everything like really rocking in your honest opinion? Is it because of you or in spite of you?
Let's say certainly not because of me.
Okay.
Okay. They may be rocking because of Katya. They may be rocking. Enough of the plug. We'll do the plug at the end. I want to do the plug at the end, but for now, we want to talk about what's going to happen in 2024.
Yeah.
Stephen challenged me to come up with specific predictions for 2024 in the job board world and recruitment marketplace world.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up with 3. I came up with 4. I'm going to start with the easiest one because there is absolutely nothing more to be said about it than Career Builder will be sold. Don't know if it matters. Don't know if anybody will care other than the 3 remaining employees. Well, they're more than that, but the remaining employees. And the guys who own it, who bought it a while back, I'm told have made 10 to 12x on their investment. And of course, they're also taking the profits. So they will be happy to be rid of it. And the next buyers will have to decide what the heck it is.
And Career Builder now is you're talking like the North American Career Builder.
That's all that's left.
Yeah, they pretty much they sold off.
They've got a brand name in the U.S. They've got a job board in the U.S. and they've got a little presence in Canada.
Yeah,
but everything else has been sold off. The international job boards were sold off. The Broadbean was sold off. But this is the unimportant prediction. Let's get to the important predictions. You go.
All right. So my first prediction, not completely unlike yours, but I'm going to go over to Europe. My first prediction is that Stepstone is going to finally announce its initial public offering this year. We've been talking about they're going to go public. It's going to be announced, but I'm talking like, no, there's going to be a formal announcement, on September 30th or August 12th or whatever the date's going to be. That's going to be their public offering date.
Yeah, to be clear, the CEO of Axel Springer has said that they will be going IPO. They had said in 2022 that they would likely do an IPO in 2023. Obviously, the market conditions crapped. But they, as you and I have discussed, they're really picking up nicely again. The fears of a global recession have eased. The country by country recessions have pretty much we've come out of them. Those countries, for the most part, have come out of them. And so IPO next year, that's an easy one, pal. You got to go for the harder ones. I'm going to go for another easy one. Told you I'm going for an easy one.
Oh, you get the I get hard ones?
Yeah. No, I mean, come on with the hard ones. Okay. So here's prediction number next. AI will continue to dominate the job board recruitment marketplaces podcast, the recruitment marketplaces conversations.
Yeah.
2024 will see the launch of at least another 30 to 40 AI powered job boards, whatever that is, right? Because it's all nonsense. And we'll see literally hundreds of new AI product launches at the big and mid-sized job boards. And for example, Indeed is launching their rolling out a couple of their really nifty AI tools. I was very impressed at their conference in Atlanta with their create a letter to reach out to an employee or a prospect.
Yeah.
And make it more formal. You can make it less formal. It's personalized based on their credentials, and then it says lengthen, shorten. It says casual, formal. And it's brilliant. And they also have a similar thing for job seekers to use. As I warned you, here comes hype. We put out this morning. I don't know if it hit your mailbox.
Like 10 minutes before we went live, I got an email on this.
We put out this morning our free AI report, all about AI at marketplaces. How are marketplaces adapting to AI? The general theme of the report is they're just getting started, but boy, are there lots of interesting things going on.
Yeah.
Interesting. And it's real AI. 5-6 years ago, I heard from lots of people saying we're using AI for this, we're using AI for that. And I remember at a conference, I was talking to the chief scientist from some recruitment marketplace. And I said, so how is that AI? And he says, well, because we're AIing it. And I said, what do you mean? And it turned out they were just doing fancy search. It was not AI. AI is much different, which we define in here, explain in here, so forth and so on. Somebody's asking, give us the stream it out for me.
If
put up the URL.
if only we had a caption that we could display on screen telling people exactly what URL they need to go to. Oh, there we go.
And by the way, we'll mention that it's free. 11 pages specific to recruitment marketplaces and job boards, and a lot of what I call tidbits that are not directly related to marketplaces, but just fun stuff about AI, like the lawyers who used AI to create a brief, and it turned out that it fabricated the citation. It happened again this week, by the way, with another lawyer. IBM saying, or who was it? Somebody saying we're all going to work 3.5. Jamie Dimon of Chase saying we're all going to work 3.5 day weeks.
Yeah.
And we won't. Just all sorts of interesting tidbits. We better move on because we have about 3 minutes left for another 4 predictions. You make your next one, then I'll make my next one.
My number 2, this is a little bit harder. A prominent near top of the funnel sourcing tool, such as a chatbot or assessment provider, will go further upstream by acquiring a prominent recruitment marketplace. So what I'm envisioning is a big chatbot company, a Paradox or one of those, or a big assessment company, a Modern Hire, a Plum, acquiring what I would call a job board, what you would call a recruitment marketplace, to bring more candidates into their process. So they can go to their clients and say, hey, in addition to us helping you do the screening and selection, we're also going to help you with the sourcing.
So you're selling College Recruiter to UKG or something like that. Is that what you're saying? Okay. We're moving on to the next one. My prediction, Indeed will remain #1 worldwide, and we'll see revenue increasing again after dips in 22 and 23. I think that's a safe one. The Recruit/Indeed Glassdoor revenue was about $6.8 billion.
Billion?
billion with a B. Well, LinkedIn, last number I saw was 6.4 billion annual revenue. Now that includes their LinkedIn Learning, whereas
Okay.
but we will know again if Microsoft continues to put out their revenue numbers. I think both will see some nice growth. I don't think they're going to see
Yeah.
double-digit growth next year, but I think both will see some nice growth. Revenue at LinkedIn is my next prediction. It will flatten out because I think they've, they're not seeing the great growth that they have had the opportunity to do in the past. And a lot of people are finding LinkedIn scammy, spammy, and I hear that a lot of recruiters say it's not working as well as it did.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. We just ran an ad on LinkedIn in it.
Very short feedback, and more of a question. When you said that Indeed's revenues, I think you said, are not going to grow at double digit, are you talking in 2024, you were thinking something like 6, 7, 8, 9% over 2022? Because 2022 was down a fair amount.
Yeah.
I bet they're going to be up 15, 20%. But just simply partly because 2023 was down. I meant 2023 being down. I think 2024 is going to be higher than 2022, which would then be significantly higher than 2023. But anyway,
think single-digit growth next year because economies are still in recovering mode as opposed to what's your prediction on programmatics and meta search engines? Programmatic up, meta search engines, I hear a lot of down. So that was a quick question from Rick, and thank you.
I can go with my number 3 because I've got a programmatic prediction.
Go, and then we wrap up.
Okay. Yep. At least one prominent programmatic job ad distributor, Appcast, Aimwell, Jovio, etc., will start to provide to its publishers metrics on the quality of applications being delivered, as measured by candidates converting from mere applicants to those who the employers moved forward in the hiring process. Right now, the programmatic companies, they tell you if there's a click, they tell you if there's an application. They don't tell you if the application is quality, is a quality candidate. And I think in 2024, at least one of them is going to start to do that.
Interesting. And they'll probably use AI to do that, whereupon I can sneak in plug again. Come on, plug that, put that.
If only there was a caption.
I'll sneak in a 5-second plug again for Rec Buzz in April in Barcelona, because why would you want to go anywhere else in April but Barcelona? And last but not least, wish you and Miss Faith, your better half, and
much better,
your family, and all of our viewers, listeners, anybody who has put up with us for this long deserves to be wished a very happy and healthy holiday season, peaceful and prosperous 2024, and especially an emphasis on the peaceful, because this has been a very rough year in that regard. Not only Israel, Gaza, not only Ukraine, Russia, but also in Africa and other places. So we wish for a peaceful new year. Best to you and Faith. And thank you all for paying attention. Can't imagine why.
That was awesome. I ditto all you said. Cheers, my
See
friend.
ya.